Heavenly Father, we come to you today with humble hearts, seeking your guidance and wisdom as we begin this program. Lord, we ask that you would bless every person who has gathered here today, and that you would be present with us in a special way. We pray that this program would be a time of learning, growth, and fellowship for all of us. Help us to listen to one another with open hearts and open minds, and to support one another as we strive to serve you in all that we do. Please give us the strength and the courage to follow your will and to use the gifts and talents you have given us to make a positive difference in the world. We pray all of this in your holy name. Amen.
Ayan, good evening everyone. Welcome to the Business Development 103 webinar on entrepreneurial leadership brought to you by Scale Up Training and Development. Thank you so much sa lahat for joining us tonight. This webinar will of course be valuable as we take another step forward with a deeper dive into the leadership for entrepreneurs. So before we begin, be responsible for the following rules. First, keep your microphone muted to avoid background noise. Next, use the chat box responsibly for your questions and comments. And then next, let's respect our speaker and our fellow participants. Next, stay present and engaged throughout the session. And of course, if possible, please keep your cameras on para naman maging interactive ang ating session for tonight. So, ang webinar na ito ay bahagi or part siya ng aming business development series ng noong last month. Nag-conduct kami successfully ng Business Development 102 webinar on Business Model Canvas, how to use the 9 building blocks to design, test, and scale your business. So, which is all about building um so this time we're moving to the next level or scale up tayo with Business Development 103, which is the webinar on the entrepreneurial leadership, which is all about building a strong leadership foundation as an entrepreneur or pwede din naman sa mga aspiring entrepreneur. So, for today's learning session, our business development mentor is the owner of Bea Freya Flower Shop, is a finance and marketing consultant for ARS Flower Shop, is a merchandising assistant for a US-based company, is a professor at the Ateneo de Davao University, a business consultant, and a former trade industry development analyst at DTI Davao. So let us all welcome Miss Bianca Freya Fakura. Miss
Hi.
Bea.
Hi, good evening
Ayun.
everyone. Can you hear
Hello
me?
po. Yes po, you are audible po.
That's good. Wait, I will
Mm-mm.
be sharing my screen. Wait, I will just change my background. I'm sorry.
Ayan po.
Yun. That's better. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes po.
Okay, that's good.
Makita po.
Okay, very good. So let's start. So thank you for that flattering introduction again from the Scale Up team. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to our webinar on entrepreneurial leadership. May I know where are your locations? Can you send in the chat box? Let me see. Is this, I see, so this is from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao participants. Amazing. Oh, so once again, let me see it. Quezon City. Where else? Quezon City lang. How many participants do we have right now? Cagayan Valley. Saan pa? I'm seeing 2 replies pa lang. How many participants do we have? Konti pa lang ba?
We currently have 9 po.
9 pa lang. Okay. Fakura, your speaker tonight. There. Today, we will explore how leaders can drive innovation. How will you able to strengthen your communication and of course build an inclusive environment that will empower your people to thrive. Whether you are a business owner right now, a manager of a company, an educator, a teacher, a professor, or a someone dreaming of starting or launching your own business, this topic is for you. So let me start with a quick, super short story. Do you know Tony Tan Kakyong? Do you know who is that man? Any idea? You can chat in the chat box if you have idea who is Tony Tan Kakyong. Yes, who is Sir Tony? He is the what? He is the man who started what brand? What Filipino brand? It's a fast food brand. So Tony Tan Kak Kyong started Jollibee. So I believe everyone knows Jollibee because it's one of the famous, yes, he's a businessman who started Jollibee. Everyone knows Jollibee because it's one of the famous Filipino brand until now. And do you know that it was not the famous fast food chain we know today? Sana you can chat ha. If you want to say something, you can chat in our chat box para maging interactive naman tayo on our discussion tonight. No? So, Jollibee was just a small what? Ice cream shop. Franchise business. No? But how come? Bakit naging Jollibee? Bakit naging fried chicken? Bakit naging hamburger and spaghetti si Jollibee? Because Mr. Tony Tan, no, the owner, noticed something important in the market. No, he noticed that more customers were looking for what? Hot meals, no? Yung mga maiinit pa na pagkain, hot meals, no? Instead of cold desserts. So, instead of pushing and forcing his original idea to work, so he adapted to the need, no, of the market. He changed his direction Instead of selling ice cream, so si Tony offered hot food and started selling what? He started selling spaghetti and hamburgers. So si fried chicken, hindi yan siya pumasok kaagad. Later na yan, mga 1980s na yan si fried chicken. But Jollibee, 1970s, no, started selling spaghetti and hamburger. And that decision, when he changed his business from ice cream parlor to offering spaghetti and hamburger, that decision became the beginning of one of the biggest Filipino success stories ngayon sa present, no? That moment, no, that moment of insight or that circumstances, that one short circumstances is what we call entrepreneurial leadership. Now, why? Because Tony Tan is seeing opportunity where others see it as inconvenience. No, hindi niya pinilit yung product na meron siya. But instead, he adapt, he change, no, on what he is selling right now to the needs of the market. No? That's why naging successful si Tony Tan Caktiong because he stayed curious, naging flexible siya, and willing siya to evolve, no, his business. So, today, let's look at what we will learn today. Oh, makita nyo, ang slides ko na nag-next na.
Yes, miss.
So, because I'm trying a new function kasi ng Zoom, no, instead of sharing the whole presentation. So, tonight, our objective is by the end of our session, you will understand what makes entrepreneurial leadership unique, how we'll be able to build a strong leadership foundation rooted in self-awareness as a leader, your purpose as a person, trust, and lastly, you will learn some practical tools, no, to lead with innovation, effective communication, you are working, if you are teaching or whatsoever, no, what aspect you're doing in your life right now. We will not discuss purely theory, but I will try hard to include real life examples, scenarios, and I will try hard to give action as an entrepreneurial leaders. Now, let us start with the question, what is entrepreneurial leadership? Entrepreneurial leadership is the ability to inspire and guide others toward innovation and sustainable growth. So this type of leader doesn't wait for opportunities. No, they create them. You create opportunities, not just wait for them. No, this kind of leader challenge status quo, your current or your present situations. You challenge your assumptions and you find the value even in challenges and circumstances. You don't hindi sila na discourage immediately, but whatever or if they experience failures and mistakes, they treat it and they look at it as an opportunity for them to grow. No? So example, one of good example is Steve Jobs. Do you know Steve Jobs? Do you know him? Who is Steve Jobs? Daw, sikat ito eh. Sino si Steve Jobs? May I know? Does anyone know who is Steve Jobs? Wala sumasagot. You can type in your chat box if you know, ha? Yeah, may nag-answer si Dr. Sino ito? Dr. Antonio. Thank you for being responsive, sir. Doc. No? Yeah, Steve Jobs is the co-founder of Apple brand. He once said before, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. That's why, as you observe, Si Apple did not just create products. Experiences, no, si Apple. That's why people are willing to pay more than the value of the product. Even if yung iPhone nila, yung cellphone nila, umaabot na ng 100,000, 100 plus thousand, no? Na yung value ng iPhone nila. But it's just a simple iPhone. It's just a simple phone, no? Dami pa rin ang bumibili. Marami pa rin ang bumibili because they are not just buying the product, but what are the customers are buying? They are buying the technology, the experience when using those products from Apple. So Steve Jobs' leadership turned Apple into an innovation engine. Business owners had to shift online, no? Kasi we are not allowed to go out. No? There are a lot of businesses who yung traditional nila, no, traditional marketing, like brick and mortar, yung nagbebenta lang sila on their shop, on their tindahan, no, they are not allowed to open during pandemic. So the only available medium for them is they had to shift online. So to their tindahan. They moved to Facebook and TikTok. Kaya sumikat lalo si TikTok during pandemic because there are a lot of small businesses who shifted on selling their products online. No? So those who adapted quickly during pandemic on the changes of the market, what happened? They survived. Especially those who offered deliveries, who offered online payment right now already closed down their businesses. No, that's what happened. No, that's entrepreneurial leadership. No, the ability to inspire, to guide others toward your innovation, and your growth. Now, let us go on what are the core traits or the traits of an entrepreneurial leaders. First is you are a visionary mindset. The leader, the entrepreneurial leader, does not just manage the present. They said they design the future. On the current situation, they could identify opportunities and trends, no, that others usually miss. No, they isn't just goal setting, but they are world building. They are building their own futures. No, a visionary leader constantly asks, or if they are brainstorming or if they are thinking, they usually ask themselves, what could this look like in 3 or 5 years? No, they have goals and they set goals entire team. So this vision acts as the company's guide on all their strategies or strategic decisions, especially during times of high uncertainties. If there are changes in the company, in the market, in the environment, or any circumstances, no? A challenge, um, a problem in the company. So without a clear vision, no, teams can maybe only execute tasks if wala silang vision, no, towards your goals, no. With vision, no, you as a leader and as a team, you can innovate and adapt towards a shared vision or goal. No, another is risk tolerance. When you say risk tolerance, leaders have risk tolerance. No, entrepreneurship and leadership both require facing the unknown. But the entrepreneurial leaders actively seeks it out. So this doesn't mean when you say risk, no, this doesn't mean you are being reckless, no, because you are taking risk without looking or without thinking of what will happen on the next few days or in the future. But it means you have the capacity to calculatedly embrace uncertainty. No, meaning you take a risk, but it's a calculated risk. No, it involves or whatever your decisions are, you involve analyzing potential downsides, but also choosing to move forward because the potential reward, the opportunity for growth outweighs the fear of failures. So for entrepreneurial leaders, failure is not an ending. No, when you fail, hindi siya end of the world. No, it's rapid feedback. When you fail, they foster a culture where experimentation is encouraged and mistakes are seen as data points for learning and change. That's why as an entrepreneurial leader or as the leader, no, you see those mistakes, those failures, and an opportunity for you to learn and or new technologies or new business models, create new business models that those things, those requires a high comfort level with based on smart analysis. No? Sabi pa nga nila, the most successful leaders are not the strongest and the smartest, but who? The strongest leaders are those who are those who are most responsive. No? Right now, no, as you observe, we are living in the modern, tawag nila, VUCA world. Complex and unclear environment. No, there are a lot of changes because open na tayo eh. No, we are global eh. We can see side all. So adaptability is the leadership skills, no? Na dapat meron ng isang leader, no, for this era. No? This trait allows a leader to quickly shift strategies when a product fails, when market, no? It involves detaching from old plans and being able to open to better, newer methods. An adaptable leader, no, encourages a growth mindset in their team, pushing them to continuously learn new skills and remain flexible in their roles. So they see disruption or they see challenges not as a threat, but as a moment or opportunity for them to reform as an organization or as a business. Now, another trait, core trait is creativity. They say creativity is the yun ang tawag nila, lifeblood of an entrepreneur. No, creativity is not just being artistic. It's not just about arts. It's about finding unique solutions to different and conceptualize a new, no, new strategies, new path in order for you to value creation. No? Entrepreneurial creativity applies to everything. It could be a creative marketing strategy. It could be a creative organizational structures where like mga organizational structures na self-managing na lang yung mga teams or a creative supply chain solutions no in your company. The leader's role is to design a system that allows creativity to flourish within the organizations. So sometimes, no, there are companies that binibigyan nila yung mga teams, yung mga members ng companies nila to explore, to think of ideas, no? There are exchange of ideas from within the team. And lastly, last core trait is empowering. These greatest entrepreneurial leaders don't just execute a vision, they mobilize and collect, they mobilize a collective to realize it. So empowering is moving beyond simple delegation. It's like giving talented people the freedom, the resources, and trust, no, to own significant challenges and let them make decisions independently. So this trait, medyo crucial siya for scaling up. A company can only grow, no, as fast as its leadership capacity. Through empowerment, by empowering your teams, by empowering others, entrepreneurial leaders effectively multiplies their own effectiveness and develop the next generations of the company leaders. So there is succession within the company. No, true empowerment comes with clear accountability. Yung leader provides support and mentorship, but they step back from micromanagement. No, they allow their teams, they allow the members of the group to learn, to grow, and to take credit for their success. No, so kung sino yung gumawa ng ganito, so they give it to them the credit. No, so these five traits are not independent. No, they work together. A visionary mindset inspires action. The risk tolerance allows for the necessary leaps, and adaptability keeps the company on course through turbulence. And creativity generates the unique value proposition, and empowering multiplies the capacity of the leader to achieve the massive vision. So, of these five traits, no, which one do you feel is the greatest challenge for you as a leader? No, so you think of that right now. No, which one do you feel is the greatest challenge for you? Kung ano yung wala ka, which one? No, now let us know what makes entrepreneurial leaders different from traditional managers. What are the differences? Now, here are the differences between the managers and entrepreneurial leaders. When you say, or when we say managers, no, when it comes to the main role, the managers keeps the business organized and running smoothly. That's why they maintain the business. But when you are an entrepreneurial leader, you create new opportunities. You think of new ideas and ways to grow the business. When it comes to focus, no, the manager are or they look at order and stability. Usually the managers follow rules, no? They make plans, follow plans, and use the existing systems. But entrepreneurial leaders, they like to what? Experiment and try different approaches. When it comes naman to their decision making, usually si manager, they are careful and structured. They make decisions based on past experiences and data. So, they give out solutions, yung mga previews na nangyari from the past, nangyari na, proven and tested na ng mga solutions in order for them to make sure na hindi sila magkamali for the company. Well, it's a good thing, no? But sometimes being an entrepreneurial leader, yung decision making naman nila on their part is they make decisions quickly and creatively. So they think, no, on their own, looking at their own perspective, and addressing that certain circumstances, based on their own, decisions. When it comes to risk, the managers usually avoid risk because they focus more on the stability of the company, and they avoid mistakes. When it comes to leadership, entrepreneurial leadership, they are very comfortable with risk and changes, no? So hindi sila natatakot. They accept, they embrace those changes in their environment. And to the approach, when it comes to managers, they follow systems. So like consistency, they are consistent and they look at predictable results, no? But entrepreneurial leaders, they are they are more challenging. They challenges and improve systems. They usually inspire others to innovate and think differently. Now, no, you think naman of someone you know personally who is leading a business or who is leading a team. Are they more of a manager or an entrepreneurial leader? Or you can check within yourself, no? You assess yourself. Are you a manager, no? Or an entrepreneurial leader? No? So now let's proceed on building a strong leadership foundation. How will you able to build a strong leadership foundation? No, before you can lead, sabi nga nila, before you can lead others, you must first lead yourself. No, entrepreneurial leaders need three core functions or core foundations. So these are the core foundations. So first is self-awareness. So you know your strength. You must know your strength. You must know your weaknesses, your values, and your emotional triggers. So self-awareness pala will help you make better decisions and reduce impulsive reactions, no? So medyo controlled ka within yourself, no? Especially if there are challenges, when there are impulsive na mga decisions that you have to make, no? So maging controlled ka, no, with when it comes to that. And then another foundation is you should have a vision and purpose. A leader without a clear why cannot inspire a team. Your vision, no, your vision as a leader will tell people where you are going. So your purpose will tell them why they should join you. Oh, a good example is, do you know Airbnb application? No? Alam niyo ba yung si Airbnb application? Airbnb founders, they started with a simple purpose to their simple purpose. Yung purpose nila as a business is to create a world where anyone can belong anywhere. No, that's why yung design nila on their business, their purpose, no, yung purpose nila, no, shaped in every decision they make in their business. From the product features, no, from the product they offer to up to their how they treat their customers or their customer policies. Next core foundation, no, is integrity and trust. No, trust is your most valuable assets. Leaders who break trust also lose their influences in their team. No matter how skilled you are, no, you have to build credibility to create strong foundation. Now, once your foundation is strong, no, you have self-awareness, you have vision and purpose, no, you establish integrity and trust within your team or within the company or within your department or whatsoever. So the next step is you have to build an entrepreneurial mindset, no? Entrepreneurial mindset, we have a more comprehensive seminar on this topic, I believe. No, for those who attended previously on our seminars, I hope you still remember what we discussed about entrepreneurial mindset. No, it's all in the mind. No, but those who did not attend, here are some of the attributes on having entrepreneurial mindset. No, you should have growth mindset. You see failure not as a dead meat or not as a dead end, but as a feedback. Your world, okay, your world doesn't stop if you fail. Always ask, what can I learn from this? No, make this as an opportunity for you to grow. Another attribute is resourcefulness. So many entrepreneurs start with limited capital, time, and resources. So being resourceful is the ability to find quick and clever ways to overcome difficulties, especially if limited lang ang resources mo. No, it's the do more with less mentality. And next is resilience. Resilience or resiliency is very Pinoy, no? Because whatever circumstances, kahit anong problema ang dumating as a Pinoy, bumabangon pa rin tayo, no? So resilience is the ability to not just withstand setbacks, but to bounce back together and continue moving forward. When things go wrong, you should always get back up. And lastly, proactiveness, no? Proactiveness is about taking the initiative and controlling a situation by causing things to happen rather than just waiting to respond after they have happened. No, sometimes you already anticipated problems, no, nakikita mo na anong mangyayari before they arrive, and you already take initiative without waiting for instructions, no? So entrepreneurial leaders don't wait for the market to hand them an opportunity. They seek them out and create them. This involves constantly checking the market for emerging trends, unfulfilled customer needs, or technologies that can be repurposed. Those are the attributes, no, of having an entrepreneurial mindset. Now let's talk about the lifeblood of entrepreneurial leadership. What is the lifeblood of entrepreneurial leadership? It's innovation. No, when you say innovation, innovation doesn't happen by accident. So great leaders intentionally create environments where creativity thrives. No, innovation, these are some of the innovation tools that you can use. So you can do brainstorming sessions. You can encourage, no, fast idea generation without judgments in your team. No? You can also have design thinking. You start with empathy, understand real customer pain. No, you understand them, you check on them, know your customers, then ideate, you test the prototypes of your products and refine. No? Do not afraid to accept feedbacks from your customers, no? And lastly, innovation challenges. No? So you exercise your team, you can give them or you can set a problem sa kanila, give your team time-bound challenges to solve it creatively. No? Example of companies that are very good in innovation. One is a good example is Google. No, Google. See Google, they give their employees time to explore, no, side projects. So therefore, yung mga products nila like Gmail, yung Google Maps nila, these products came from these experiments. No, yung innovation challenge. Another example is si Grab, no, Grab Philippines. During pandemic, no, si Grab launched another product. No, they launched Grab Mart. No, in order for their customers to quickly, no, in order for a new market, they saw a new market, no, during pandemic, that there are a lot of people wanted to, no, need no, for home delivery. So GrabMart quickly address the need of the market for home deliveries. Now, let's go to communication. When we say communication, strong leadership equates clear and empathetic communication. Good communication involves or means that you are listener. You're a good listener. You listen actively to your team. No, you give constructive, timely feedbacks to your team. You are being transparent and you encourage dialogue and exchange of ideas. Example, si Starbucks. Few years ago, no, si Starbucks have um they faced significant public backlash over an incident that sparked outrage and damaged trust. So instead, yung CEO nila, instead of ignoring the problem or issuing a standard apology, their CEO took action. He held open forums, engaged in honest conversations with his employees, and he encouraged feedbacks, no, at every level in their company. So these discussions weren't just talk. Hindi ito usap-usap lang within their company. They led to real changes in company. So that's why they changed the culture of their companies. They aligned their policies, no? So they updated their trainings, they have or they created clear guidelines, no, on their services, and of course they created a stronger emphasis on inclusivity in their company. So ang result, no, trust was rebuilt in their companies. Yung employees nila felt valued, and Starbucks until now stay stronger. No, they emerge stronger. So great leaders don't just manage crisis. They listen, involve their team, you involve your team, no, in your decision making, in your company, and take concrete steps to restore trust and improve the culture, no, within your company or within the team. Next. Now, let's go to inclusions. No, when you say inclusions, inclusion is more than diversity. It's making sure everyone feels value, heard, and involved in your team or in your company or in your business. No, here are ways to foster inclusions. First is you value diverse opinions, the perspective, you value the perspective of your team members, the team members, no, your employees. You recognize unconscious bias, be aware of biases. You recognize, you create equal opportunities, promote equal opportunities to everyone, and you encourage collaboration. Example on this inclusion is what company? Example is Unilever Philippines. Now, Unilever Philippines, diversity isn't just a policy. It's a strategy, no? From the way they build teams to the way they approach hiring and branding, they intentionally ensure a mix of perspective, backgrounds, and experiences. So, ito siya na commitment from Unilever Philippines. This commitment, meron na siyang napatunayan. No, meron na siyang tangible results. No, their marketing campaigns are more creative and relatable. Napansin niyo ba? They capture the hearts of most of their audiences. Their team collaboration, yung collaboration nila are more effective. They generate ideas, no, a lot of ideas coming in their company. The company fosters stronger connections with communities, reflecting inclusivity in every initiative na ginagawa nila in their company. By embracing diversity at every level, si Unilever, no, Philippines, they demonstrate that inclusions drives innovation, engagement, and social impact also. So now, no, let's connect everything, no, the innovation plus communication plus inclusion, no. When these three elements work together, you create a high-performing team. No, entrepreneurial leadership is the art of balance that you must fuel the innovation in order for you to achieve growth and creativity. So yung innovation, no, innovation is what keeps you ahead of the market and competitive. Innovation isn't just or is not just research and development. It must be a daily habit. You always look for opportunity for you to grow, no? For you to improve, no? You develop, no? In order for you to be efficient in your company. And then master communication in order for you to build clarity and trust. So teams, no? Your employees need to understand the why behind every strategies that you implement in your company or in your business, not just the what of their task, no? What? Anong gagawin ko? But you also give them the why. Bakit mo yan siya ginagawa? The reason, no? Your goal as a company or as a business. When there is clarity, yung decisions can be more faster and lower down the chain of command. And of course, you prioritize inclusion in order for you to have stronger collaboration within your company or within your team. So yung inclusion, it ensures you are leveraging the full potential of your members or your people. It means actively seeking and valuing different perspectives, different experiences and backgrounds, no? Because when everyone feels heard, no, and psychologically safe, yung feeling nila safe sila within their working environment, they are more willing to contribute their best ideas in your team or in the company. So healthy organizations integrate all these three, no, not just one, not just innovation lang, but you must have a good communication and inclusivity, no, in your team or in your company or in your business. Now, so how do we put it all into practice? No, yung diniscuss natin. No, I will give you 4 practical tips. First is you have to lead by example. No, your behavior should set the standard, no, of being a leader. If you want a growth mindset, show it to the team. No? Show it to them every day. No? Be a good example, be a good model, no, within your team or within your company. Next is you empower, don't micromanage. No? You delegate tasks, no? Delegate authority, not just task pala, no? Delegate authority. Give your team members the space to use their resourcefulness and creativity. Let them give their ideas, let them solve the challenge, let them do their task, no, on their own, but you must guide them also. And encourage accountability. So trust must be a balance with clear ownership. So this ensures resilience is used to fix problems, not just cover them up. And of course, celebrate small wins in your teams, no? Use these celebrations to reinforce the behaviors you want to see, the risk-taking, the new ideas, the collaborations, in order for them to fuel, no, the entire cycle within your team. And of course, hindi mawawala, no? Now let's move on or let's move to what are the common challenges that prevents us from being an entrepreneurial leader, no? These are the common reasons why entrepreneurial ventures are failure, no? Why sometimes starting a business, no, when you lead or when you start, no, start a business, no? Bakit nagiging fail, especially when you have employees with you? First is lack of vision. The leader fails to articulate a clear, compelling, long-term purpose for the organization. leading to tactical drift, misaligned priorities, and low morale. So yung mga tao nyo, yung mga members ng team ninyo, show up to work but don't know why. No? Solution, ang gagawin nyo, you challenge yourself to define your company's purpose, your goals, and you set future ninyo na mga goals. No? Ano yung mga gusto nyong maabot? No? In a sentence, that is 5. Oh, yeah, you can, that's why, di ba, as a company, you have to create your vision, mission, goal. No? So, yan siya. Share it, and then you share it constantly in the team. Sometimes, yung mga companies, yung mga businesses, they print it in a larger na mga collaterals, then they post it in their offices so that everybody can read, and everyone on everyday na ginagawa nila, no, nare-remember nila, or they remember what are the visions and missions of their company, no? And then when delegating tasks also, never just state the what, always state why, bakit mo yan siya ginagawa, and expected impact on the customers or the larger vision. Next is common problem is you have poor communication. The problem with communication is inconsistent. If you are inconsistent, unclear, and or yung flow, no, flow of communication ninyo within your team is not effective, no? This causes, or the communication may cause bottlenecks, it may cause redundant sa mga work, and it could damage trust, no? So, solution, no, as a leader, you standardize meetings, no? Ensure every major strategic decision is communicated to the team. Or you may implement a no or you may implement sa company namin, sa US-based company namin, we have open hands, no? Where there's a Q&A, we can share our insights, we can share ideas, no, within our team. Kasi malaki na ang team na, malaki na yung team namin because US-based, and it's what do you call this? Ang tawag dito? Online, no? It's a virtual job, so we do it online. So we can reach everyone in the company, no? So all members can submit, or they can share their ideas, they can ask questions, no, to the leaders. And then as a leader also, you must answer tough questions, build, you can also ask those questions in order for you to build trust within your team. Next is resistance to feedback. Leaders or team members defensively reject constructive criticism, stopping the continuous improvement cycle that is vital for innovation and adaptation. So you may introduce a structured feedback method, like, for example, you start, stop, continue to depersonalize the critic and factors, or you depersonalize the critic and focus more on the behaviors and actions. Hindi siya maging personal, not the individual, but your direction, or the way you communicate, no, or the way you give feedbacks is more on the behaviors and actions. And then ignoring diversity, the organization lacks variety in perspective and lack of empathy. Sometimes leaders focus exclusively on productivity and profit. No, yan lang ang tinitingnan nila, without acknowledging the human factors. Kung stress na ba ang mga employees nila, if may mga personal problems yung mga employees nila, if namomotivate pa ba yung mga team members, no? It could lead to burnout and high turnovers. So, the solution, as a company or as a leader, you encourage managers to start one-on-one meetings. no, by dedicating maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, no, to ask um non-working questions, no, to your team members, like how are you feeling about your workload, or what's occupying your mind right now aside from work? Are there challenges or problems that you are facing? No, so you can have maybe a monthly sessions with your team members on that, no. So that's for the common leadership problems. Now I think yeah, that's it. Wow, we're done, almost done. No, that's it for our discussion pala, no? So here's the key takeaways for our discussion tonight. So entrepreneurial leadership drives innovation and growth. Strong leadership foundation begins with self-awareness. You must have a vision and trust. And inclusion and communication make terms more resilient, creative, and unit and united. As we end our session tonight, let me leave you something to reflect. Since leadership is a journey, no? Leaders is not a title. You can always change, improve, no, as a leader. Now think and reflect with this question. What kind of leader do you want to become? No? So starting today. Okay? So later, before kayo matulog or habang kayo ay kumakain, if you are hindi pa kayo nagdi-dinner, if you will still be having your dinner, no, habang kumakain kayo, think of this question just to reflect and relate yourself in our discussion today. And lastly, I will leave you this quote to inspire. No, be the kind of leader who inspires people to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. No? So this quote reminds us that true leadership isn't about authority. No, it's about influencing and giving impact in each other's lives in the team or within the team. So great leaders encourage people to aim higher, grow continuously, and unlock their full potential. So when leaders inspire others to dream bigger and achieve more, they don't just build better teams. You are building better people. No, I hope you learn something from me today, no? Before we move forward to the Q&A and give the floor to the Scale Up team, I would like to you, thank everyone for spending your time with me tonight. Remember that leadership is a journey, and today, no, as you join our session today, you've already taken one big step forward towards being a good entrepreneurial leader. So I think that's it for my discussion tonight.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Bianca, for that very informative and empowering na session. So, now, we will move on to our open forum. So, dito sa open forum, if you have any questions or any clarifications with regards to the discussion, you can type them in the chat box and Miss Bianca will happy to answer as many as possible. And then, while waiting sa inyong mga questions, um, please don't forget to fill out our attendance form by scanning this QR code and also clicking the link posted in the chat box. Ayun. Do you have any questions sa ating mga participants? May mga questions po ba tayo? You can type them here po sa chat box. Wala na po ba? Ayan, last call for the questions. Magtanong na kayo habang andyan pa si Miss Bianca. Charis. Huwag na kayong mahiya. Wala na po ba? I think, ayun. Thanks, Miss Janeline. Sumagot naman siya. So, wala daw po silang question. Ayan, may question po dito, Miss Bianca. I will read it for you po. How do we strive for innovation kapag po limited ang opportunities and resources like here in the Philippines po?
I believe, sabi ko kanina, 'di ba? As a leader, we don't just wait for opportunities for na dumating, but we create opportunities for ourselves. And also, there are a lot of resources that we have that maybe hindi naman sa limited lang. Maybe we have miss opportunities lang na hindi natin nakikita na opportunity na pala ito para sa atin. No, maybe you just have to be more sensitive, no, within, or I mean for sa mga challenges or sa mga circumstances or sa mga situations or dumadating na opportunities for you. No? And then resources, hindi ako naniniwala na limited ang resources ng Pilipinas. No, we have a lot here in the Philippines, no? And we have a lot of resources that are to develop and improve pa. And as a Filipino, and we also are into open country na. I mean, not open country, but we have a lot of medium, no, for us to get informations. No, so we just have to be more um mas mag-explore tayo, especially on the internet. There are really a lot of ideas online. No, if you just look YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, no, Sharo, I mean, hindi kayo maubusan ng ideas, no? Even if pagluto lang ng simpleng pagkain, mahanap mo na ang information online, no? So you just have to, be diligent in looking informations. So yun.
Yan. Thank you so much, Miss Bianca. Ang ganda ng
But
sagot.
baka,
Ayan.
but when you say opportunities, resources, when you say capital, money, no, of course, we encourage as an entrepreneur, no, and advocate of entrepreneurship. We always encourage everyone, or for those who wanted to start business, to start small. Start on the resources that you have, and then you use those resources, and you do everything that you can in order for you to grow, no, in order for you na mapalaki mo yung business mo, kasi wala namang business na lumaki agad, 'di ba? So everybody started small, no, maybe not in different level, no, but you can always start small. Yung iba nga nag-start lang as sari-sari store, ngayon meron ng mini mart, 'di ba? So it's up to you on how you look at, no? So, or it's up to you on how you look at things, no, when you start your business. So yun.
Yan. Okay. Thank you so much po sa question na galing po sa ating participant. And also, thank you din po, Miss Bianca, sa super ganda na sagot. Ayan. Are there any more questions? I think wala na, no? So, ayun. Reminding again po everybody to, fill out the attendance sheet. I sent the link sa chat box, and also, you can scan the QR code na makikita ninyo sa inyong mga screen. So, here, you can see the schedule of webinars for the month of November. So we invite you to join our upcoming webinar sa month of November. So if you are interested, you can register through the QR code na makikita nyo siya sa tabi ng kung ano mang topic ang interested kayo. Ayan. And to stay updated, para makita ninyo mga announcements namin, please follow us on our social media platforms. So we are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Just search for Scale Up Training and Development. Ayan. So once again, thank you so much for joining us in Business Development 103 webinar on entrepreneurial leadership. Maraming salamat po. Stay safe. See you in our next webinar. And remember, we are your Scale Up partner. Thank you so much. Good evening.